Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is my first official gig log of 2022 and the start of what seems to be like an epic event season. Now before we get into this gig log, I want to have a quick chat about event prep. With me, there are really two types of event prep. There's the music and timeline stuff, and then the gear and workflow stuff. Now I spend a tremendous amount of time preparing for both because it eliminates mistakes, cuts back on the day of stress, and let's be real here. As a private event DJ, there usually means there's a lot of moving parts, and it only takes one mistake, one forgotten detail to cause a really big problem. Now, we're all human. As DJs, we have all made mistakes and had stuff go wrong. Even at this gig log, there's a couple of things that just didn't go my way. But anything that I could do to be proactive, to give myself a fighting chance, especially if it's kind of a complicated event, I'm gonna try. So the funny part about this gig log is I actually tried to record the same one at the same location last year, and it just didn't work out. So many things went wrong. For example, I had my $1,000 iPad Pro fall on the ground just minutes before the ceremony, and the screen was absolutely shattered. It still worked, but it made it really difficult to see what I was doing. I forgot my scrims for my Nova Pro totem, so I ended up having to put those away. I called about 5 local DJs to see if they had a pair I could borrow in an emergency. Unfortunately, no one could help me out, so I just scrapped them all together. At that moment, I told myself, this would never happen again, and that caused me to change kind of how I prep for my events, which is what I wanted to talk about today. And ironically, this is at the same location, talking about how to prep for complicated mobile DJ stuff. So the first change I made was to stop being an idiot and actually put a rubber case and a shatterproof screen on my new iPad Pro. Now I did have a keyboard case on this, and I didn't like to use it when I DJ'd, so I took it off, left it in the car, and that was a $500 mistake. The next thing I then did was made a event prep checklist using my iPhone iPad reminders app. So it comes factory on both devices. It's absolutely free. So one afternoon, I took a complete inventory of all my gear and organized it into common groups like sound, lighting, main setup, accessories, photo booth, etc. And then each group has specific items that I can check off as I pack it in the truck. So as someone who doesn't own or want a trailer, I'm constantly shuffling gear in and out based on what I need for that event. I don't just keep everything with me all the time because I need to be really streamlined and efficient with loading and unloading, and I gotta be quick. So I really try to visualize my event after I do my venue walkthrough and pack things really strategically. And then since I'm moving stuff in and out of the truck constantly, it's really easy to forget something as dumb as totem scrims like I did. So with this checklist, I can make sure that I haven't forgotten anything, and it allows me also to keep kind of tabs on my inventory, maybe things that I need to upgrade or aren't using as much as I thought I would be, and maybe I can leave it at home or sell it. So I have found this extremely helpful. Real quick as an example, let's just say I need my white Evolve 50s, I need my 30 amps for ceremony and cocktail hour, lighting, I wanna make sure I have my Ape Labs, I wanna make sure I got my Wash FXs and my JMAZ movers. And then maybe I have photo booth that day, so I wanna make sure that I have my capture book stand, my backdrop and all that, so I can literally just tap and check off as I load things in, and then when I just kind of review everything, I know that I haven't forgotten anything. The older we get, the more likely we are to forget, and we own a lot of stuff, so this really keeps me on point, and it doesn't cost anything. I actually have a lot more tips, and I think I'm gonna make a separate video on that so that this doesn't end up being an hour-long gig log, but I definitely wanted to show you this because it's something that has worked really well for me, and I honestly haven't forgotten anything since. So with that, enjoy this event. I had an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see how you guys are all rocking this 2022. So enjoy the gig log. All right, first stop of the day is gas. I definitely want to top off my commute today. It's a little over an hour. Ugh, right? But you gotta do what you gotta do. I am here at the Woodwinds. It is 2:11. Wedding starts at 4, so I'm gonna get to work. I gotta go get all of this stuff inside. I kind of split this up between reception, cocktail hour, and then ceremony stuff. So I'm gonna kind of do my zone drop off as I normally do, get stuff staged, and then can kind of just strategically go around from zone to zone. Now, since I am a little bit on a time constraint today because there's another event on the inside, I'm gonna work on my ceremony and remote cocktail hour first. And then when that room clears out, I'll start moving stuff in. And then I may finish up lighting and the finishing details during cocktail hour. Since no one is allowed in that room, I can then use that extra hour to get things kind of buttoned up, wire management, maybe put my ape labs out then. So I have to use my time really wisely today. Now, I knew this coming in, so that kind of changed my game plan for today, which is why it's really important to always do a venue walkthrough and find out what else is going on the property to make sure that you understand what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and when it can be done. So with that, I'm gonna go get to work. Welcome to the chaos of event changeover. I think we had a bridal shower in here. So there's still people kind of moving out, cleaning up. We got balloons everywhere, but you're gonna see this room completely rotate in probably less than an hour. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. Navigate around this chaos because I gotta get boogieing like now. Staying focused. Got my last load right here. Rock and roller cart, ready to go. All I can tell you is things have been absolutely insane. I don't even know where to begin. Started with a late setup because there was another event going on, so I was rushing like crazy with that. I set up for the ceremony, then there was something funky going on with the mic. I had to rescan and figure that out. We are now in cocktail hour. I have my remote cocktail hour up and running. That's perfect. So my DJ console is right there and cocktail hour is out here. So let's go take a look at that. And here is my wireless 30M as usual. It is doors open. It's gonna be a full house tonight. I cannot wait. DJ Rachel, I'm going to be your DJ tonight, and right now I want to get you all lined up for your grand entrance. Everyone is so excited to see you all.
get ready to get this party started as I direct your attention to the main doors and welcome in our VIPs. First, let's give a warm welcome to parents of the bride, Kathleen and David Shields. Following right behind, please give it up for parents of the groom, Bob and Marcia Andel. Put those hands together for these rock stars, flower girl Lindsay and ring bearers Patrick and Vincent. Now I need everyone to get loud and get crazy as we introduce your wedding party. First in, please welcome Natalie Chabot, Heather Fosberg, and Mike Bozio. Let's keep it going for Lindsay Plazio and Ashleen and Liam Canavan. It's definitely not a party without these three. Make some noise for our maid of honor, Bess Judd, matron of honor, Colleen Canavan, and best man, Carl Ferrolo. All right, friends and family, it is that moment you have been waiting for. Right now, I need you to get on those feet and get as loud as you can as we officially welcome our bride and groom. It is my honor and absolute privilege to introduce newlyweds Matthew and Moore.